Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings.
All right, well, we're sad to say that Cole's not here with us today, but we're still excited that we have Morgan Jacobs joining us. Morgan's one of our local CACs, awesome guy out of River Valley, which is kind of the Carver area. Today, we've got a lot ahead of us. The guys are already working on prepping the dirt and soil, getting us ready so that we can start working on the waterfall. Jake and I are going to go do a little highlight of project number 7. So if you haven't been watching yet, you're new to the channel, go back and check out the final reveal of project number 7. We got tons done though. We got this intake big done. We've got the spheres done over on that side of the bridge. We got the whole pond pretty much rocked in with huge boulders. There's a little bit of detail work to do, some lighting to do. We're still waiting on our waterfall walls to get here. That was a fiasco that we dealt with today. They were supposed to be in today, but they got lost in shipment somehow, even though they've been in the area since Monday. Today's Friday, they got lost in shipping. But I'm promised they're going to be in stock Monday morning before 9 a.m. Let's find out. I know it's not Lisa's fault. It's just how the way of the world goes, and you have to roll with the punches. And so that's what we did. We just made our best forward progress with that vision in mind on how those walls are going to work. I'm pumped with the waterfall that the guys built today without me here. Adam has such a good eye, and the team did some really good stuff with their attention to detail. They cut in that sphere. We cut the medium sphere so the small can nuzzle up in there. I mean, it's so crazy. We had Mark, the paint king, working with us all week, and that was a pleasure to have because the guy did not stop moving and cleaning and taking care of the job site. Anything anyone needed, he was right there helping out. I mean, we just had an awesome team. Caitlin was in here working through the rain, doing all the little detail work, which is really not fun when you're getting rained on. Justin was here. You know Justin, he's the wizard. He plugs in wherever he's needed and he's great at everything. So I'm really excited. I cannot wait to finish this project. We're getting closer and closer, and it's gonna be another one of those masterpieces that everyone is so excited to get running. I can't wait to see the bridge that Adam's working on. So we're grateful for the opportunity, and we're doing our best to honor that opportunity with our creativity and our hard work. That final episode will be happening, and it's gonna be so worth it. If you have not yet, it's a good time to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and just keep tuning in because we are very grateful you're watching, and we're grateful you're here, and we're gonna have some fun showing off our artistic abilities. Hey, what's up everyone? We're working on Saturday, and what a breezy, windy day it is, but you know what? Our team is so awesome. I'm grateful for the guys. They decided to work today because we just don't know what the weather looks like. Right now the forecast says we could be dealing with rain on Monday and Tuesday, which is part of the job, right? So we have to be adaptable, and that's what I just love about our team. They're adaptable, and the guys came in to work on a Saturday, and we've made some really good progress getting some tedious things done that really needed to be done. One of those things is what Aiden's working on behind me right now, the plumbing. So the plumbing is always a very crucial step to what we do. I know that if you follow the Aquascape 20 parts and 20 steps, you'll see that we kind of do this one a little out of order. And the main reason is because we're using huge machinery for a lot of our builds now. We're using large boulders. We're really telling this story of something that was always here and mystifying. With these huge boulders, people are always like, how did you do that? And that's one of the things we love and has really turned into our style. But because of that, we have to run our plumbing a little bit later into the project. than a lot of other people, because we're going to be running back and forth over that plumbing. And if we lived in the south or somewhere where we didn't have to deal with the deep freeze that we do here in Minnesota, we might be okay to do the driving over that. But we are very particular because we are here in Minnesota, and during Minnesota winters we do get a stretch of about 2 weeks where it's always below zero, and that does a lot to water features if they're not built properly. Cool thing is, we know how to build them properly. We've built buildings since 2003, started the business in 2007. So if you're wondering who a good team is to help you build that dream of yours, we'd love the opportunity to just show you that we might be the right team for you. So give us a call, 952-454-3101. You're gonna get a team of guys who care about what they do and actually have a lot of fun, because we know what we're going to leave behind is going to be something special. It's going to be enjoyed, and it's something that really does produce some magic. So thank you for being here. Keep watching. This is going to come to life. It's all just coming together. There's a lot of detail work. You know, one of the things about a construction project, it's almost like a breathing animal. Some days it looks like tons gets done, and then some days it contracts and it doesn't, and then it breathes. So that's a lot how this does, is some days you're flying, you're getting huge boulders done, and then some days we have to focus on details and some of the more intricacies of what we do that take some of that time and effort. But very grateful for our guys. They're here, they're helping, and they've got good attitudes, and we're just plugging away.
Day 15, Project 11. We are so excited. I mean, we are getting so close here. We are at this precipice right now. Minnesota, the weather can turn on us at any moment, and right now we've got 2 really nice looking days, relatively speaking, and then things are going to turn colder. So what we really need to get work done today is get the plumbing in. If we get these things that need the warmer weather done today and tomorrow, we are in great shape and we can get this finished up. We really want to get this finished up before the snow flies. We want to see this run this year, not next year. I want the customer to know this is what they're getting, and they have an idea of what their spring is gonna entail and what they're gonna see. But right now it's just plugging away and keeping it going, making sure that we dot all our I's, cross all our T's, and everything is gonna be great. Aiden's working on getting all the plumbing set up, and we're gonna be going through and just tweaking the little things that we need to tweak here today. Stay tuned, it's gonna be something fabulous.
All right, so we got 3 5 to 9 pumps that Mark and I are plumbing up, and we are literally chasing, or just like up against the weather where it gets a little bit cold and it gets harder for that glue and primer to work. So we're trying to get these plums, the final bit of plumbing, which is amazing. But this time what we decided to do is just use some hard pipe. So because we use these extensions, we have 2 extensions on the vault here because of the depth of our intake bay, because of the design that we had to go deeper to stack the aqua box higher because of the width of the liner and the intake bay. So basically Nick and I decided, all right, well, why don't we just stack the aqua box higher, we'll get it some extra extensions, and in doing so, going so far down, when you use a flex pipe, especially in Minnesota, you see how that's curved like that, you know? So like sometimes over time even it starts to curve a little more, and they get to where it doesn't line up with your hole that well anymore. So what Mark and I decided was, why don't we just try to do a straight pipe from the pump to the check valve. So from here up to this check valve, we're doing straight pipe. So we know it's gonna stay that depth, so it's gonna be the right height, and then we'll cut our hole for this plumbing to come through. Now this is a Schedule 40 deep socket, 3-inch to 2-inch reducer, okay? I want to do this as close to the pump as we can so we can get the maximum amount of flow going through that 3-inch, so we can try to get as much of that 5 to 9 capacity. Because that 2-inch I think can only allow like 7,000 gallons of water or something like that, maybe even less. I can't remember. I'd have to check my chart, but this 2-inch can't allow 9,000. So if you run your 5 to 9 through a 2-inch, single 2-inch line, you're not going to get the whole 9,000. You know, so that's why we're going quickly from the 2-inch as quick as possible. There's some science involved there, but yes, Ed the pond professor. You go from the 2-inch to the 3-inch quickly, and then we're running that 3-inch to get as much of that 9,000 gallons an hour as possible up to our urns and our walls going that way. This side, we've already got these urns and this wetland plumbed and ready to roll. So after all that, we're just gonna have some edge work and details, and really the temperature sensitive stuff is mostly done, which is fun. So fingers crossed we can get this running for her, because I would love to have it going for her for Thanksgiving. It'll be a big accomplishment for the team. In the meantime, Mark and I are going to keep plumbing, try to get our last 2 fittings done here, and probably call it a day. So, thank you.
Well, unfortunately, winter is definitely approaching here in Minnesota. We've got some cold days ahead of us, windy, hovering around freezing. But we did it. We hit the main goal. We got everything plumbed. We've got some customizing on the large sphere, but that's all something we're going to do under a tent anyway. But man, we did it. So we're really excited. Tomorrow we've got a bunch of detail work, gravel work. We're going to start moving around the rest of this dirt. And we'll just kind of show you how we're going to prep for winter as far as the job site goes. Hopefully we'll get it finished, but we're going to push towards finish with the idea of what if we can't finish, and making sure we're ready for winter to hit here. But I think we're going to finish. I'm so proud everything got done. Like I'm very excited too. I can't wait to see these walls come to life. I can't wait to see the spheres come to life over there, or the spheres behind me, and then to see the waterfalls that these are going to create is really exciting too. And it'll be really serendipitous when we can get rid of this bridge and come in with the bridge Adam's been building. That's going to feel like we're just bringing it all together. It's going to feel like this job is really coming to an end, and I'm really excited for that. So the main thing is I just can't wait to see our vision brought to life. I mean, she's been a pleasure to work with, and it's going to be a bummer to have to leave, but we feel like we're making another friend. So it's all the best thing about what we get to do about our job is getting to know our clients. That's going to do it for today. It's windy, the sun's going down, and it is time to call it a day and come back and try to make forward progress tomorrow.
Alright, so snow is flying, flurries, right? That's alright. We've gotten the plumbing done, which is a huge milestone because that's temperature sensitive. You can always set up a tent, get a heater in there. We got past that point of needing to do that to this point. So right now today we are working on, for me, edge work, details, making sure that no dirt is going to be washing in the pond, making sure all the edges are going to be ready for mulch, making sure everything's backfilled appropriately and hidden. Aiden's working on the autofill line. We're also working on organizing and staging materials to get to the next stage, which is the finishing edges, the mulch, the lights, and all those little intricacies. The team is working through some insane conditions, but they're doing it with a positive attitude, and so we really are grateful for that. And I think we have a chance to show you this water running. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to it, and we'll give you another update later today, kind of show you some of that progress we've made, tromping through the mud, but hey, it's all good. We're going to have water running before you know it.
All right, well, we are on day 17, I think, of the project. It's Wednesday, and we are dealing with the elements here in Minnesota. Man, it wasn't even supposed to snow today, but it's been like all day on and off. However, we're still getting forward progress done. We're doing it safely, and I'm really happy with the way the team's working through the elements. Everyone's just got good attitudes, and that's what really helps us get this stuff done. winter will be here. And the cool thing is, if you notice, we got the pond filling with water now, so we're all excited by that, because that means before long we should be able to plug this in, and I know we're all very excited to see this come to life. So there is a lot to do. That's definitely something we don't want to understate. There's a lot of work ahead of us, but we have made a lot of progress this week. So hopefully we'll be able to plug it in tomorrow. Just kind of depends what the weather does. We'll just take it as it comes. We are Pond King Water Gardens, where we create living works of art, 1 yard at a time.